I, 24F, and my boyfriend, 23M, have been dating for nearly 2 years. You'll skip the unnecessary details about our relationship, but we have a very solid one. We live together and have only really argued once in our entire relationship. However, there is a problem. A little over a year ago, I developed thrush. For those of you who don't know, it's basically where a woman's vagina becomes very fragile and she is prone to tearing, blistering small cuts. It itches a little, too. My God, was that horrific. I was on and off trying different creams, but I was so stupid because my sex drive was incredibly high. My boyfriend, I'll call him Dave for the sake of this post, also had a high sex drive. We're talking boners every day, multiple times a day, maybe up to 8 to 12 times a day, depending on what we were up to. We would have sex twice a day, every day, for a little over a year. I was vocal about my thrush, and there were times where I thought it would go away, so I gave myself the green light, and we went at it. To anyone reading this, if you or your partner have thrush, please wait at least a week until symptoms end, until you have sex again. Please. Because man, it isn't worth it. Every time we had sex, something down there would tear. Thank God he didn't contract it, but I would yelp in pain and I'd have to clean up blood from our bed sheets. It was hell. After around 2 months of me thinking I healed, us trying again, and then me ripping seconds after penetration, he stopped initiating. I totally understand why. It took me about a month and a half of no sex to heal from thrush. I told him that I officially was healed, and he said that he was happy I was okay. However, he wouldn't initiate anything, so I did. I tried everything in the book. I dressed up. I tried dirty talking him, strutting around naked. You name it, I tried it. Now our physical affection wasn't affected. We would cuddle for hours still. It was our sexual affection that ended. After about 3 months of this, I decided to confront him. I asked him what was wrong and what I could do to make him attracted to me again. After a very long pause, he said that he was still attracted to me. He was just scared of hurting me again. I suggested that we could start slow, maybe just blowjobs, fingering, doing finger stuff, whatever. He agreed, saying that he would like to try it out. A few weeks passed and I tried initiating to no avail. Every time I would try, he'd just kiss me on my forehead and hug me, saying, "Oh! Oh!" followed by cradling me along with more pecks on my forehead, cheek, and lips. Now this is very cute, but after getting rejected time and time again, it began to hurt. It's been 3 months since then. Recently I brought it up. I didn't want him to think all I wanted in a relationship was sex, so I didn't talk to him about it sooner. But I realized it was taking a toll on my mental health, so I thought it would be best to communicate how I felt. I told him exactly this, and I asked why he wasn't horny around me anymore. He said, "I don't know, but I'll find out what's going on eventually." And that was the end of the conversation. He recently took a blood test and everything was fine. All of his levels were perfectly normal, healthy. He rides his bike 3 to 5 kilometers daily and has a decent social life. Not a lot of drinking either. He jacks off maybe twice a week, which is completely fine with me. He doesn't watch porn. At least if he does, it'll be a once or twice a month thing. Another thing to note is that I haven't gained or lost any weight since our relationship started, so I don't think it's anything like that. Recently, I've been feeling so lonely. No, I will absolutely not cheat on him or seek attention elsewhere, but I feel like less of a woman. I have to go lock myself in the bathroom and turn the bath water on to bawl my eyes out while he's in the other room. I don't want him to see me like this. It's like we're roommates who cuddle, kiss, and have deep conversations. He used to get boners just looking at my clothed body. What changed? I asked if he possibly was traumatized from my thrush. I'm all good down there now, and he said he wasn't. I don't want to be a controlling girlfriend and tell him he has to have sex with me. Small update. Wow, this is getting attention. Sorry, it couldn't be a more interesting post, but I've gotten some lovely advice. I am going to assume that he's traumatized but in denial, so a lot of patience is needed for this. I decided that I will slowly show him that nothing is wrong by gosh, sorry for the TMI presenting myself to him with a dildo inside. Obviously, I won't just drop my pants when he gets home from work, lol. But I'll slowly ease him into watching and see what happens from there. Another update, thank you for the responses. I've gotten some interesting advice from all of you. It varies from tell him you're thinking about cheating to his gay to he's been seeing someone else to go to couples therapy. And if the above doesn't work, I believe I will suggest going to couples therapy. I forgot to add that I have vaginismus. I'm a total catch, aren't I? And that may have led to thrush, my yeast infection. I will